Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Wants to throw. It's Raiola. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Got it in the middle. It's White. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Throws for the tight end. Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll toss it. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
He's loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 87 with the carry.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Trying to find his man on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Finds the tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. For the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got him! They will score! Touchdown, Dogs! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
There's a live football. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the shotgun, they'll run it. The Bulldogs get enough for the first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
To the air, it's Raiola. He looks that one in nicely. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for a man on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Frazier. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop, quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Dogs will snap it on first and 10. He's looking to throw it. And that pass picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Caught. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. About to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're bringing heat. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Trying to surprise him with the pass. It's caught downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And first down for the offense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. And they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Using his legs, it's Tease. Across the 25, he's got room. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Steps away to find some room. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Number 23 in the end zone.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. Using his feet. He's into the end zone for the two, and he gives them the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's White. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires and picked off. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown, Aggies! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 5 over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
With the catch, it's Frazier. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback checking off. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Buys a little time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice
throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Comes out throwing on first down. The sure hands, it's Keys. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 22, Georgia 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll ride Davis here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the grab down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. unloads quickly. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back. And
he's got it! Touchdown, Aggies! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas A&M 29, Georgia 14.
He'll bring it out. It's White. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. With this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Fires to the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that drive covered just 44 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
Georgia, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Raiola. Using the quick game. Running into the open space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll throw it on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Still looking on the move. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And they're in for a touchdown late in this game. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He'll set up to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. It's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. The run to the left. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.